if someone was raised in an environment that is isolated, specifically no exposure to religion, would they naturally develop a belief in God, like whatever kind of God?
Okay, very good question. A question we actually studied in anthropology because humans for generations actually have been raised isolated. You are either on an island, you're either in one small part of a forest, and you never realize that just way beyond that is another group of people. And groups of people throughout the ages have been in that kind of situation. What is interesting is, I'm thinking back on my days when we studied anthropology. Every people group or community, whether they were found deep in the jungle or in one small cave somewhere or island, do have what today we would term a religious system, do have non-human beings which they believe exist, do have rules on how you relate to these beings. So my short answer to your question would be yes. For two possible reasons. These are the common observations. One is there are too many things happening in this world where when you ask the answer why, you cannot answer it only limited to because of human doing or because that's how nature works. It almost forces you to believe or to say there has to be something or someone else. That's the first one. Then from a Christian's perspective, there is this belief that every human being already has this tendency and attraction to what we call the spiritual. And sooner or later, our explanation of our world needs that spiritual explanation. And part of that spiritual explanation is spiritual beings. That's why I like all the latest developments in hero movies like Marvel stories. We are introduced to the multiverse. So there's this concept of maybe we are not only ones and this is the only universe. And it's actually just another expression of this human openness to the idea there is another world. There are other beings, and they're usually stronger than us. And that's why we call them gods. Yes.
I've heard a saying, science is a belief that you've already proven. What do you think?
Science exists because of the need to prove. You cannot say this is a scientific fact if you cannot prove.
Yeah.
And not only prove, it has to be able to be repeatedly proved, right? And the good thing is there are a lot of things in this world that can be set up, switch on the button, and it happens and it's repeated and it's proof. But reality is there are other things at other times in our human life where science or the science method falls short, or it's hard to repeat, duplicate, or prove. Yet, these people will tell you it happened. It was seen, it was heard, it was experienced. But to duplicate it and to prove it, you write the hypothesis, you look at the variables, you produce. It's so hard. So I think science plays a very important role in proving and confirming what can be proved and confirmed. But if you go back to openness to it's a multiverse, there are other realms that is spiritual, the science method doesn't seem to work in that verse.
even in that world, it's still a theory. Possibilities of the answer,
Right.
but we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, and
Possibilities.
I'd rather be someone who says what I know is this, what I don't know is this, and then leave the guessing to other people.
Yep.